Hey Capricorn, welcome back to Love from a Leo. My name is Tay, otherwise known as Love from a Leo, and this is your March 2020 tarot reading. So for your focus for March, we have the Uranus card. So some of you guys are probably going to be focusing on the assholes in your life, or you're going to be an asshole. I'm just kidding. But okay, so Uranus is all about individuality. It's about being a rebel. It's about striking out. It's about doing something new. But I feel like this is something that is more on the frequency of revolutionizing. So maybe for yourself, you're going to be changing how you move, how you appear to others, maybe how you communicate. I definitely think there's going to be a change or a big insight that you are privy to throughout this March. So that should be interesting. So the Oracle message card that we have is the Shadow card. Now, I've never actually pulled this card before, so I'm going to read it here, and we're both going to hear what it's about. So I'm very interested to see what this is. Just looking off of it and getting an intuitive message for it. I definitely feel like this has something to do with the duality between you and yourself, especially if you're one of those Capricorns who struggle with balancing heartless ambition or being over competitive, things like that. So we're going to see what this is about. This card represents emotions, sensitivity, and a reminder that nothing in life is at a standstill. This is a world of constant flux, and one thing is certain, everything changes. This card is calling you to action. The time is now when you may have to face your worst fears and look into the dark shadows of your soul. You must learn to confront what you've avoided and walk courageously through it. Always know that life naturally revitalizes itself, and as it does, so do you. The Shadow card promises that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Recognize that by no longer denying your past and letting the tears fall, you'll discover the diamonds in the treasure chest of your soul. This is a cleansing process to wash away and clear out what was once avoided, ignored, or pushed aside. This card indicates that this is a time when your psychic sensitivity may be quite intense. Learn to open up to it, or if need be, to turn it down. Your body is one big psychic antenna, so just remember that you're in control of how high or low you want to be in reception. Mother Earth can assist you in this period of change, sensitivity, and healing. And this card is a reflection of the Moon card in the Major Arcana when it comes to tarot. So obviously this is about seeing yourself in a different light and a different perspective. When we have Uranus, a part of this type of energy, I definitely feel like there is something that maybe you've known for a long time about yourself, but you've never really exposed it. I feel like it's something that's more like maybe you're an introvert, but you're really good at, I don't know, drawing or something. So maybe this month you may start to expose your art, for example. But that's just an example. So let's look into the spread for Capricorn. All right, so I'm seeing a Gemini come up here. I'm seeing the Two of Cups. So I think that you are definitely in a phase of love in your life. And I think this is of your choosing. I definitely am seeing Mercury energy, but more so towards the Gemini. So I definitely think you're engaged with a Gemini, whether that's literal or just, you guys are in contact. Five of Pentacles, Knight of Swords in reverse. So you guys are not in a very stable position, or at least you're showing that you want to speed things up with this Gemini, but maybe you don't have the financial resources, or maybe you feel like you're not in the position in life to do so. I feel like this is a very quick pace energy that you're taking on when it comes to this person. And I think it's just because you're caught up in love. And this could be a good thing, but from what I'm seeing, it looks like you do have a real love for this person. But it also looks like you don't really know, you don't have much experience with love. So it kind of makes me question, do you really know what you're getting into? I feel like because the Knight of Swords in reverse is here, it's almost like you're moving so fast, you're going to regret the thoughts, the way you communicated, maybe the things you said. I feel like there's just too much fast moving happening. So your internal desires is the Two of Cups. So I do think that you feel love throughout this March with whoever this person is. So then what's the problem? What's the problem? Why is there a Five of Pentacles? Why is there a Knight of Swords in reverse if you are feeling love? In reverse, I think some of you or most of you are not ready to commit, or you're not sure if this is the direction that you need to go in. And this could be because you feel like you're lying to yourself about what's happening. Ace of Swords in reverse, Eight of Wands in reverse. This makes me feel like you are just going along for the ride because you feel forced to, or maybe you don't know how to get out of it, or you could be just trying to, like, you could just be fronting. You could just be, like, leading somebody on for the wrong reasons. It just looks like there's a lot of chaotic energy, Capricorn. A lot of chaotic energy throughout your March. It's all related to love. But this is the problem. You aren't choosing what your true love is, but once you do that, things will make a lot more sense to you. But for some reason, I feel like you can't go towards your true love. Why is this? Let's just go ahead and see. Why can't you go towards your true love, Capricorn? Knight of Pentacles and Five of Swords. So you can't go towards something because you're unwilling or you can't speak on the love that you have for someone. I feel like it may be forbidden, or maybe it's someone that you can't go back to. All right, so let's see what this person could be. This is going to be for Sun, Moon, or Rising. So the card that I got was Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. So yeah, could be an Aquarius around you. So this could be the person that you really do love, or the person that you want to make happy. This could also be a placement within your chart. So maybe you have, like, I don't know, an Aquarius moon or something. So something that you're comfortable with or you want to go towards, that's what you want to satisfy, but for some reason you're not doing that. But you keep thinking about whatever this person is. I see the Aquarius card coming up here. This could also be that you want to have, like, some alone time, or you want to be to yourself. But I think you are having issues with maybe trying to be in a relationship but also have your me time, something like that. But what's this internal issue that you're having? Queen of Pentacles. So I think you have commitment issues, and I think you feel like you can't trust people. But for a very small few, I think you are using whoever your partner is or whoever this lover is. I think you're using them because you have trust issues. This is an issue I think that you have with just in general, like with, if you go down the list with your relationships, and I'm not trying to call you out, but I'm just saying whatever I'm picking up on. I feel like you may be a Capricorn who has a really bad history of using people, or maybe you have a bad history with getting your heart broken by whoever you're with. It's definitely a situation where you're just like, I don't trust, or maybe because of a past relationship you're not trusting. But I do think it just has something to do with a character trait within yourself. Or maybe you're attracting the wrong people. That could definitely be the issue. So if you're a part of this, let's go ahead and see what's going on. Of course, in the extended reading, we're definitely going to look into the situation because that was just crazy. Like, Capricorn, I don't know why, but I feel like all of your shit is hitting the fan this month. Okay, so we have Scorpio coming up here with the Four of Cups. If you are a person who has trust issues, if you're a person who has issues with commitment, if you are the person who is causing the trust issues, you need to be real enough and just, like, look it in its face and acknowledge it and work towards fixing it if you feel the need to. If you do not feel the need to, then you're probably going to keep attracting snakes, or you're going to keep being a snake and attracting bad karma. So that's completely up to you. There's nothing else I can say about that. We probably will get back into that in the extended. But let's go ahead and look into your past, why you even have all of these trust issues, or maybe where all of this love energy is coming from. So let's just hop into this. So I'm seeing a Cancer card here. So it could be a Cancer person that was in your past. So this may be the reason why you have trust issues, if you have, like, a Cancer person who just, you feel like did you dirty or something. I don't know. But in your past, I am seeing the King of Wands. So I think that you had a very you were showing up as very enthusiastic. I think you were being very determined. You probably worked really hard, had a lot of energy. And then with the Eight of Wands here, this is, like, definitely Sag energy. So maybe you have this Sag energy, or maybe you have connections to Sag. Your focus as of last month was your connection to Sag, or the energy of expanding, learning, all by just experiencing. Hold on. With the Eight of Wands and it being Sagittarius here, like, if you look here, it has a Sagittarius sign. I feel like there's a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? There's exploration that has to be done, or there's, like, you have to go through life to understand whatever the situation was in your past. So this wasn't just, like, everyday struggles. These were more so, like, some people go through these circumstances in life and you happen to be this person type of situation. Or maybe that Sagittarius around you or that Cancer around you went through this with you. But nonetheless, I feel like this caused a trust issue for you currently. Does that make sense? Let me see if I can get a little bit more of a internal perspective of this situation with this Sag and this Cancer. How does this affect the Capricorn? So we have the Hangman. I think it causes you to be very calm in certain situations. I think it also causes you to not respond correctly. Like if someone comes up to you and they say, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you. I really like you, this and this and that. Instead of you embracing it, you're like, I'm going to chill. Like literally you're just going to chill on that idea. And I think it causes you to just stay stuck, if I'm being honest, like stagnant, at least in an emotional sense. And then we have the Queen of Cups. So, okay, well, let's start. No. And then we have the Two of Wands. So I feel like this is also a sexual issue, or maybe having to choose between one or the other. For some of you, this could be a sexual identity crisis. This is a pretty intense feeling I'm getting for this card. I also feel like you may have to choose between one or the other. Like maybe the person that you trusted in the past, you can't trust them now, and you're trying to move forward to someone else, but you are carrying that baggage. And then last but not least, we have the Queen of Cups right here. So I kind of like right off the bat, I feel like you're afraid to grow something. Again, like I was saying, commitment issues. You have trust issues, or you have mommy issues, or your mom is the reason why you have these issues, like your relationship with your mother. So there's a huge, or maybe you don't want to have kids and you're afraid of that possibility. So there's just a lot of what if. I think this is all in your head for the most part, but at the same time it is your reality because it's so heavily placed in your head. It's your mentality when it comes to love, so that is your reality when it comes to love. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let's get you some advice if you are still going through this. What card is going to come out for Capricorn? I'm going to shuffle one more time because that was like too much, like way too much. All right. Ooh. King of Pentacles. So this is you, Capricorn. So obviously you need to work on yourself. So you need to be more responsible. So take accountability for the things that you have done or you have not done that you need to rectify. And then also you need to make sure that you are working for the greater good of something else instead of yourself. Remember I was saying if you are one of those Capricorns who have this issue with competing with other people, or maybe you have an issue with heartless, like going after something without having a real passion for it, this is what this is talking about. This is like you need to stop stalking prey and attacking it just because your heart hurts. You need to work on that, Capricorn. And don't just work on it by saying, oh, my material life is good, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to actively work on it on an internal level. And so that could probably be really weird for you as a Capricorn, but it must be done. All right, so let's move on to the future aspect. Obviously this is pertaining to your April, but it could also spread out to any part that resonates for you. So I do see a Libra coming up here. This is also the Justice card. So for some of you, if you've been waiting for a settlement or something, that's usually what this card represents. We also have the Page of Cups. So I do think that you're trying to move towards more stable waters emotionally. And then with the Three of Cups in reverse, this could have been a third party situation that took place, or this could have been like some type of, what am I trying to say? Like someone indulged too much with drinking or something, and then it went bad. Because Three of Cups in reverse is like, it could be a good time, but it's a good time that went really, really bad. So this is what I'm seeing here. It could involve a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Page of Cups, your intent, if you were the person who was cheating or something, if you did do this, your intent was to find a more stable position in your relationship, but obviously we know that's not the way. But like I was saying, with this Shadow card here, you're definitely trying to learn, you're learning the darker aspects of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So even if you have something good, you could be one of those people who just mess it up for yourself. And I kind of feel like that's the vibe that's happening in your future, because I feel like you are getting afraid of the commitment that is coming towards you. What is really causing Capricorn to make these decisions? The Lovers and the Knight of Swords. So you feel like when it comes to love, you have to be logical. You cannot have emotions and logic. And I mean, you can, but like in your case, I think you need to be adding more love because you're too logical. Almost like you're playing chess with the person that you could possibly be in love with because you feel like they're going to fuck you over eventually, which is kind of a toxic mindset to have if you were actively trying to seek people. If you have that mindset, maybe you should just lay off of trying to be in relationships with people. So yeah, it's kind of a tricky situation, but I definitely think there's some type of third party situation. Let me see if I can get a little bit more clarification on that. King of Cups, so you just wanted to connect with whoever you could connect with. But at the same time, with the Knave of Swords, this is the way you wanted to go. Yeah, the Devil card in reverse. This is you saying, no, I'm going to do what I want to do. So this is kind of an awkward energy, but I mean, it can be awkward if you chose it. Yeah, you were like, you went for it. And it could have been with the ex, because Six of Cups is all about going back towards your past. Yeah, you went back down the same road with the Fool card in reverse. And you know that you probably shouldn't have done this. Like, I feel like this wasn't the most wisest decision, but emotionally, this is what you wanted to do. But in order for you to do this with the Seven of Swords, it's just saying you had to either cover up the truth or you had to lie about it. So, I don't know, Capricorn. This isn't looking too good. This is looking very, like you're going to be feeling guilty later. And y'all know how I feel about guilt. I don't feel like you should ever be guilty for anything that you do. But if you are in this state, you caused it. So, we have to figure out why you're going to be stressing over something that you chose to do. You knew it was going to be uncomfortable. Nine of Cups in reverse, Nine of Swords upright. It's saying, like, everything that you knew was going to happen, you were like, fuck it, I'm just going to take the consequences. Okay, Capricorn. Very nicely done. Let me see who's showing up for, who is a part of this little liaison. Taurus. Okay, so this could be a sister sign. Okay. I mean, there's not much I can say about that. Taurus is coming up here. I did not see a Taurus in your past, so maybe this is like an old fling, like maybe not such a like a committed thing or something, but I am seeing Taurus here, but I have not seen them thus far. So this seems like just maybe a one-night stand, maybe just like a bad mistake, but I do think it's someone that you know, so it could be a friend. Awkward. Let's get some advice for those Capricorns who are very confused, even though you know what the hell you were doing. So I don't know why you're so confused, but let's look anyways. Taurus. Okay, so we have Five of Pentacles. So change what you're doing. You're working on the wrong things. You're working on the wrong people. But like I said, I feel like this is your choice. So I almost don't even want to tell you to change what you're doing. But if you want to change things, you got to change what you're doing. So I don't know, Capricorn. I think I'm going to leave it there. Obviously, I'm going to go into the extended right now. If you want to check that out, make sure you head over to patreon.com/lovefromaleo. If you want to get a discount on a private reading of your choice, you can definitely do that by signing up for the ethereal Patreon. Or if you just want to see the extended, you can sign up for the second tier. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you can see what else I'm posting. And last but not least, email me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com if you would like a private reading. All right. See y'all in just a second. Bye.